WAHHR, Alabama Hip Hop Radio, online worldwide, with the dopest radio station on the planet. A new way to listen.
Welcome to the Hype Magazine Presents. We have a special guest in with us, but before we introduce our special guest, I want to introduce myself, Tee Recx. We also have Money Matt in the building. How you doing, Money Matt?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I really appreciate the opportunity from DJ Alamo to have this conversation tonight. It's going to be a legendary interview, and I'm excited to have this with you, fam.
Yes, indeed. And we do want to welcome DJ Alamo to the Hype Presents. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Blessings to all.
Yes, indeed. It's so great to have you on, and we're going to be talking to you and also our next guest that will be coming on in just a moment, Freeway. How is it being in the music business these days? Just tell us about yourself and how you got into the music industry.
Wow. Well, I got my first pair of turntables at 15 years old. From Brooklyn, New York. I came up under DJ Doo-Wop, SNS, Craig G, Envy, Clue, all the greats, Kid Capri's, and everybody that I just named, I have DJ'd alongside of as well. So, as far as that goes, then started doing parties in my area of South Jersey, Willingboro, to be exact, and then started taking off with the parties and the weddings and things like that, and then got into the mixtape game. And when I got into the mixtape game, I went crazy, just putting out mixtapes, and I went to everything from Coast to Coast Awards to, mix master this. I was there, just learning the culture, from having the best mixtape covers to learning how to have the top 5 dope records on there, exclusives, to make people stay on point with your mixtapes. And big shout to the Africans that was in Philly. My man reached out to me and was like, yo, one of my friends is good peoples with the Africans who do the bootlegs. So I went over to the bootleggers, and they got me lit in Philly, and it went from Philly to New York. It's crazy because it went from Philly to New York to Connecticut, and then down to like the Midwest, Florida, and things like that. So I had a good run with the mixtapes and beating up the streets. I was really, shout to Black and Nobel and Frit in Philly as well. They catapulted my mixtape career as well. And all the websites, I also was my own part owner of one of the dopest mixtape sites that ever, was out. And some people didn't know it, but part owner of 24kmixtapes.com.
Oh, yeah.
Shout to my partner, Pop Dukes. Some people didn't know we was kind of really under the radar. We was like hiding. Like people would be like, yeah, I want to get on 24K Mix. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. I could get you on there. But I wouldn't tell them it was me.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So that catapulted for me, and then I got with an artist. I started rocking with artists, and that artist name that really catapulted me on the mixtape level was AR Ab, free AR Ab.
Yeah.
The whole OBH movement. I started with AR Ab. We started actually together on our run, and I could say that's where it catapulted. And then my relationship with AR Ab and all the stuff I was doing with AR Ab catapulted me to being Gilly the Kid's personal DJ. So, it went from AR Ab to Gilly the Kid, Tone Trump as well. Tone Trump was the first person to put me on the biggest stage, like 12,000 people in Atlantic City. First big concert I ever did. That's just to give you a little synopsis, just to bring you updated to now. So, right now, Gilly the Kid, $1 million worth of game, Gilly and Wallow, personal DJ, official DJ for $1 million worth of game. And right now I'm DJing in Miami, things like that. The joint in Miami, shout to NJ Weed Man, been running for 2 years now. So, you know, that's just the update real quick where I'm at.
Now, you mentioned that you gave away your mixtapes to the bootleggers. I want to salute you on that because I've had the privilege to talk to a lot of DJs, and the ones that understand, give it away, give it to the people, let them do what they got to do. They have a lot of success with that. When you decided to do that, did you get any pushback from your team or people who are around you, you know, trying to tell you to sell the product instead, or was that just something you guys all agreed on?
I honestly, keep it real with you, I never had a team.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was really me. I was putting my covers together. I was sitting there with 6 towers and burning my own
Yeah.
CDs. That's what I was doing. I didn't really have a team. I would probably like say, like, if it was an event and I would get 2 or 3 people together and say, yo, just walk around and give all the mixtapes out until you ain't got no more. You know what I mean? But other than that, the process really was hands-on. Me, maybe my little cousin or whoever was there with me, putting covers in the sleeves, and you know what I'm saying, I used to do the whole package, 200, 300, 400, 500 CDs a pop a week. Every other week I was spending my own, I was wasting my own money, but to see where it got me now, you know what I mean, and to see that, you know, when people reach out to me for mixtape hostings or whatever, I think about that money, that them dollar, or I would sell my CD for $1 or whatever, to now feeling like, geez, you know what I'm saying, somebody's ready to give me 1,500, 2,500, 3,500 to be a part of their project. So you right.
Yep. Now, you mentioned 24K mixtape. Salute to you on that, man. It's a major mixtape website. I use it a lot myself. You said you stayed behind the scenes with that. What was the reason you didn't want people to know that you were able to be the one to post it? Was it a conflict of interest, or was it just wanting to keep all your businesses separated? Because a lot of people, you know, struggle with, should they let people know that stuff? So just curious to what was your thought process?
Well, I think it was because I am a mixtape DJ and I'm running a mixtape website. I think it kind of like it definitely, to me, it felt like a conflict of interest, because it's like, you know, I have so many DJ friends, so they like, dog, just throw me up, just throw me up, just throw me up, just throw me up. So I kind of, and my partner, he's the one that always used to be like, man, don't nobody know what I look like, so I get more money from people not knowing what I look like. And I didn't understand that at the point, and I was like, nah, man, I'm putting my face on covers, I'm putting my
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I kind of realized that it, at first it was cool, but after it was like, oh, wait a minute, the more that I'm more exclusive, the more people are interested.
Yep.
So to answer your question, I would say I did that because I really wanted the site to grow without me being involved or anybody feeling like, oh, well, he's a part of it, so I ain't going. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Now, we recently, last question, I'll give it to you back, Tee Recx. We recently heard Offset talking about we need mixtape sites back. They're saying they need the mixtape game back in the industry. Do you think we could ever get back to that point with all the stuff that goes on with, you know, copyright issues and, you know, the sampling clearances? Can we ever get back to where mixtapes are very, you know, relevant for artists as launching pads?
You know what? I think it can be done, but the way it would have to be with the powers that be are in the music industry now to understand the need of it again. Because if you look at it right now, let's just give you a synopsis. It's so much, about 20,000, 30,000, I could be wrong on the numbers. Almost 20 to 30,000 songs come out a day.
Yeah.
And could be more. And my thing is how do we decipher as DJs to listen to 20,000 new songs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? No one has that time. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like the exclusiveness of, like, even with Drama coming back and hosting artist mixtapes, I felt like that was the catapult for it to be back okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of catapulted this record that I did with Freeway, was like, you know, hearing the DJ's voice and introductions and bringing people in is kind of like, people are excited about that again. You got a whole new generation is like, well, what's this? And we missed this part, and we never really saw it because all we got is a DJ Khaled or a DJ Drama who really like puts out a record with an artist, and we see it on a global type of time. And it's like, well, it's only 2 DJs, and it's way more DJs than that.
Yeah.
Why can't more of us do that? And why can't more of us come back to helping an artist? And I think the way to do it is finding one artist, locking in with him, and putting out full projects with them, and working the project with them, going out with them, hanging out with them, doing interviews with them, doing shows with them. You know what I mean? And I think if we can get back to the artists and the DJs having some type of better rapport with each other, and not feeling like I don't need you, you don't need me. If we can get past that, which I think we can, it's going to take a couple solid DJs to really like, you know what I mean, strong arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it really can happen, especially with the mixtapes. To me, mixtapes are still needed because, again, here we go back to all this music is out. How are we deciphering what's good, what's not, what do we like, and what should we not like? We're not deciphering that anymore. We're not even getting a reason to figure that out anymore. And then even with me as a DJ, I deal with so many personal artists, so I can get in the studio with somebody and say, oh, you dropping that? Okay, cool. I don't want that record because you're going to put it all over here. Give it to me as an exclusive. Let me put it out, and let's see how it moves. So now that's just another entity that can say, oh, this is an exclusive. Nothing is an exclusive no more. If we make something an exclusive, where I can only go get it at the Hype magazine, that's the only place I can get it, it will work.
Yeah, I agree. Great information. Thank you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Do you feel like us celebrating Hip Hop 50 kind of has taught the newer generation about the value of having a DJ around to break music? I know we have been talking about this on previous shows, is how we feel like that the Hip Hop 50 is kind of like a reset. You're getting to see all the pioneers come back, selling out shows, and also teaching the newer artists how to do it, and then also make sure we incorporate the DJ. Do you feel like that the history that we are celebrating with Hip Hop 50 is allowing that to teach the younger artists that we need DJs?
If honestly, if the younger ones are paying attention, yes, that's the whole thing about it. Are they paying attention to this, or are they opening up their brains to accept? Like, oh wow, like, yo, that's DJ D Nice. Oh wow, that's DJ Kid Capri. Like, wow, look at how he's transitioning his songs and bringing in the artists and introducing the artists at shows, and you know what I'm saying, like things like that. It's like, to me, I've been beyond intrigued, even from just watching the Rap City documentary, the first one. And I used to remember me saying, I'm going to be in a basement. I'm going to be in a basement. I remember I literally called Big Tigger, like, yo, is this the basement? And somebody would pick up, hey, this is the basement. And hey, you got to sit in this. And I wasn't ready, but I thought I was. I wanted it. Because I was growing up in the culture, so it was like, man, I want to be up there. I want to go say hi to moms and eat Tigger mom's food, not knowing that it was no moms, it was nobody upstairs, it was nothing. So me watching that documentary was like, y'all fooled me then, but now as I get older and I'm watching it, it's like, yo, y'all just built a set. It wasn't even nobody's house. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
To me, that was the excitingness of me watching the Rap City documentary and seeing the transition and how they used to have all those DJs up there from like Mad Links. I had his whole hard drive. When Mad Links, like that's crazy because I'm like, yo, I really was dealing with Mad Links and DJ Live and 456 and all these guys like I wanted to be those guys, you know what I mean? Right. So for me, I think it was very informative of what's going on with the 50 years of hip hop, and I'm just grateful. I'm just happy that I'm able to spend 4 years of my life being a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. At what moment did you have that I made it moment? when it hit you, like, oh man, I actually have made it in this industry. Can you tell us about that experience?
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't think I've even. Me personally, this is just me personally. I don't know how somebody else would look at me, but me personally, I feel like I didn't catch that. Well, you know what? I'm lying. My video just premiering on BT Jams Sunday. Yeah, there it is. I almost had to catch myself, but there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
My mother seen me on TV, and that was it.
That's amazing. Now, you mentioned a lot of Philly heavy hitters. Shout out to Tone Trump. He was a really dope Philadelphia artist, made his moves throughout the scene, real heavy, and Gilly and all the lyricists. You've got a foundation of spitters like that. Like, how does Philly artists and you get so good at the bars and the lyrics? Like, maybe somebody's new, never really listened to the Philly sound. What is it about the artists from Philadelphia, you think, that makes their bar game so powerful?
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So then I moved to South Jersey, which is Willingboro, and it's like in the middle. It's in the middle. It's like in the middle of Trenton, Camden, Atlantic City, Philly, New York, New Brunswick. So I'm right in the middle, right? So me, it was like, what's closer for me to get to? Once I moved and I was going back to New York, and it was too much. So I started making my way through Trenton and Camden and Newark and Jersey City and Elizabeth, and then I did a nice little run in Camden, and then I fluctuated over to Philadelphia, and the reason why I did that was because it was the closest market to me for me to brand myself.
Love it. Yeah.
In a major city. So me coming from Jersey over to the bridge, it was already a 10 notches against me because I'm not from Philly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So for me to come into Philly and then have all those names, and even a lot of more names I've DJ for, Tee Recx, I've DJ for. Is nobody, the only person in Philly that I did not like hands-on do anything with is Meek Mill. But
okay.
I was in the studio when he did I'm a Boss.
Oh wow.
Like, and he did the reference, so you hear Rick Ross verse. I was there when he did the reference track for Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? So I was, in P&B Rock, I started out as his first DJ in the beginning of his career. So from the younger guys to the newer guys, OT the Real, if y'all know who he is, one of my biggest, like, I started out with OT Real too. I hosted one of the biggest mixtapes that he's ever done, and he gave me a call. So with the spitters, is the thing about it is I always liked a rapper. Like, if you can rap, I always liked you. I didn't care if you made a hot song or not. If you was nice, you was nice. Period, point blank. And getting around those, then being around like Jay Bezel, who was signed to Dipset, artists like that, and I'm like, I'm around all these real good rappers, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it started from it started from the mixtapes. The mixtapes got all those guys calling my phone. You know what I mean? And I just was putting out the street stuff. I would be in the studio with dudes. I get the hot new record from them. I leak it. I got in trouble for a couple records.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the next question, because every DJ's had that moment. Somebody sent you a song and said, hey, check this out, and then you show them love and put it out, and then next thing you know, you got cease and desist. You got any stories of where somebody gave you a record and unfortunately, you wasn't supposed to put it out yet?
Well, I wouldn't say somebody gave me a record I wasn't supposed to put it out. I think that what it was that they didn't expect me when I did put it out to do what it did.
Right. I love that. Yeah, I've had that.
So I think because when they put it out, it didn't get the catapult that I got. Yep. You know what I mean? So they felt like, damn, like, yo, why you put it out first? And I was
right. You stepped on my rollout. Yeah.
Right, but I helped you roll out. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so other than that, that
And then you mentioned Gillie the Kid being his personal DJ. How exciting is it to see how far Gillie's come with this $1 million worth of game, and for him to really be getting the acknowledgement of what a lyricist he is? Like, people think he's just a podcaster, but his bar games, his lyrics have always been top notch too. So how does it feel for you guys to see, the success you're having with $1 million worth of game, but also him finally getting the respect he's been due?
True. Like I said, I went on tour with him with Bone Thugs, and I've been on 32 city tours with him, and everywhere we went. And this is like in a stage where he was running around with Tamba Ali from the Kansas City Chiefs when he gave Gillie his deal. He gave him that deal before the $1 million worth of game. $1 million worth of game started with us being in the studio at Pop Track Studio and just sitting there, and he would ask me like, "Yo, what kind of game should I give him today?" Oh,
Yep.
talk about sassy dudes who wear purses. That's where the sassy purse thing came out. Or, yo, we talk about how, chicks be, with their lashes or whatever. He just would just be sitting there and be like, "Yo, give me something to talk about." And mind you, Wallow wasn't even home yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wallow wasn't there when it started. Yeah.
He wasn't even home yet. So we was just in the studio. That's how it came. He just would get on live and just, "Yo, I'm just gonna give y'all some game today." Just his thoughts. It was just his thoughts. It wasn't, or how he felt about it. That was just it. And it just kind of catapulted for him to the point. And again, Gillie already has been, he's been a staple since 1997 in the music business. He's been around everybody. He's battled some of our biggest rappers. He's had deals offered to him from Jay-Z, 50 Cent. The biggest executive have reached out to him at some point. You understand what I'm saying? So, and he's always had a deal, Cash Money, and he was with a Swisher House and all of them out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does somebody from Philly get to Swisher House, then gets to Cash Money, then gets to Tamba Ali, then 50 Cent's talking about how I offered him a deal, but I didn't want him to be on G Unit, but I offered him a deal. He didn't take it. He wanted his $1 million. Yeah. He always was about his. He was always about his. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, the blessing is that I'm around somebody and I'm walking around and it's like, it's white people, it's Chinese people, it's other walks of life that knew this man when we was on tour. It was dudes that was pulling up to, like, Big U and them pulled up when we was in LA, pulled up to our concert, OT Genesis. Like, this is when OT Genesis only had Cut It Out. And we had, when we was in LA, everybody was pulling up, everybody. And I'm like, damn, he don't even got a record out right now.
Well, he had that Raising Cane movie he did with Nipsey Hussle that was early on in both of their careers, so he made that transition. And Gillie's always been respected for being a stand-up guy, regardless of all the shenanigans the industry put him through. He never shitted, like, he never got negative. He just stayed positive and kept going. So now he's where he's. Well, I like how you said that $1 million worth of game was started before Wallow got out. A lot of people think it was Wallow coming home and doing his motivationals. Was it strategic to not say that out about how it got started and let it, people have those thoughts? Or
no, I just think that no one's really ever asked him.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
If you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a song that Gillie has on his album Philadelphia, and this is what I say all the time. I'm gonna probably I gotta talk to Gillie tomorrow. I'm probably gonna tell him like, yo, you know, but he does know that you predicted what's going on. And he's like, what? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm like, yo, you got the song that we always used to do, we always used to perform at. It was called All I Really Want, and and the song goes, all I really want is for Wallow to come home, and when my little cousin touch, we gonna get these millions on.
Yep. Facts.
And guess what happened? They got the millions on. So me, I used to be every year. Little Duval. We was in the Oracle Stadium for one of our tour dates with Bone Thugs, and Little Duval, Juvenile, Bun B, Ja Rule. Ja Rule wanted to hang out with us. Ja Rule
Yeah.
wanted to hang out with us. Like, yo, where y'all at? What y'all doing? We trying to come kick it with y'all. And I'm like, Gil, you don't even got a record out, my nigga. This nigga wants to hang with you. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So excuse my language. So you know what I mean? But like, you know, DJ Quick, and like I was seeing all these legends like E40 roll up on Gil, like, man, I love what you doing, dog. Anything, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, you know, like I'm standing there like, oh shit, like Too Short. Too Short was like, yeah, come on, smoke something with me. I'm like, I smoked the blunt with Too Short. Like, oh shit. Like, and it's all because of Gil. And it's like, and then he would always say, yeah, he always say this to me. He'd be like, yeah, I told you I was that nigga. After we get in the car, he'll get in the car, and after we do something, he'd be like, see, I told you I was that nigga. Everybody know me, nigga. I keep playing. I said, you know what? You right, dog. You right, dog. You right, dog. Everybody fuck with you, bro. So, you know, I'm just appreciative, because you got to. This is the other thing. Gilly, of all these artists, Gilly, Freeway, they could choose anybody they want to have been their DJ for anything that they've done. I took a lot. I always take pride in making sure the artist show set is right. Sometimes it could be hiccups. Sometimes it might not be my fault, whatever. But I'm steadfast on making sure that artist show goes right.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about them. So even when Freeway gave me my first chance with him, I know I messed up. You know what I'm saying? But I said, I ain't gonna mess up again. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this right, because it was so much of a being around somebody like Freeway, and I'm like, bro, I play your records without me even being around you. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to coordinate rock with you, it was just a blessing. So, you know, even with the whole Gil thing, it's like, I'm still be pinching myself that I hang around these guys, and they put trust in me to, you know, do things with them. So I'm still in that kind of space right now.
You bring a lot to the table, man. You're an asset and not a liability. You know what I'm saying? You bring a lot to the table. Like, you know, even when we recorded the record, when we was in Miami, to do a show, but you hit me like, Free, I got a studio. What's up? Let's go work. And we went to work, and the result is we got a crazy record that everybody loving right now. You know, so it's all about, for people that's watching and listening, it's all about being an asset and not a liability, man. If you come around, you bring things to the table, you got good energy, then people gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Absolutely.
there it is. I ain't got no more to say. You know what I mean?
What's up with y'all, though?
Welcome, Freeway, to the Hype Magazine Presents. Thank you for joining us, man. It's definitely an honor to have you on, and DJ Alamo here with Money Matt. Definitely. So how you been doing?
I'm good, man. I'm grinding, man. You know, one day at a time, man. You know, this month is like a rough month for me, because this is the month that both of my kids passed away. But, you know, standing strong, working through it. You know, we grinding. We got the record. Me and Alamo's taking off. People loving it. You know, so that's what we doing. We keeping it pushing.
Absolutely. Thank you again, and definitely, my hearts and prayers are with you. You definitely strong, man. You definitely a role model to many, and you have so much going on. You have the Freedom Thinkers Academy going on, educating all of us, and just love the time and energy that you were putting into helping others. What is it like to be able to give and be able to help others?
Alhamdulillah, man. It feels amazing, man. It's more fulfilling than even doing music, man. You know, I got dealt some lemons, and we turned it into lemonade. You know, I was diagnosed with end-stage renal failure September 2015. I was on dialysis from September 2015 to February 5th, 2019, when I received my gift of life, my new kidney. And you know, I just been an advocate for good health, man. Just going around spreading awareness, you know, about kidney health. We preach prevention, you know, trying to get at the people before they're in a situation that I was in, when I had to get a kidney transplant. I had to be on dialysis, you know. So instead of hiding what I was going through from the world, we decided to stand in front of it. And, you know, I came up with Freedom Thinkers Academy, which is music, health, education, and culture. And alhamdulillah, by the grace of God, is getting even bigger than I expected. On the education side, we got some STEM workforce development programs. We've been putting the work in, graduating students. We got right now, we have like 7 cohorts of classes going on right now as we speak. We getting ready to start another music engineering 101 class with OIC October 23rd. And we just keeping it pushing, man. We trying our best to, educate the community. And one of the main reasons why I decided to do the workforce certification programs is we from Philly, and it's a lot of violence, negativity, young boys robbing people, people outside selling drugs, and it's young folks, and I feel like if we present them with another opportunity where they could take these courses, they can get a certification, they can go in the workforce and start earning money, that they would take that choice. So that's one of the main reasons why we're doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just your energy and just be able to just share your resources. That speaks volumes. How
Thank
do
you.
you see how do you see other people using their platforms in the future, like you have, to be able to make this world a better place, not just through your music, but just being a human in general?
I mean, God willing, people start to use their platforms for things like that. But I can't speak for nobody else. I could just speak for myself, and I could lead by example, and show people how it's done, and hopefully people will catch on, because it's a crazy time right now in our world. Like it's a
Yes.
lot of things going on. I'm Muslim, so our brothers and sisters in Palestine, they're going through horrific times right now. I heard they just bombed a hospital and 500 people got killed. It's a lot of innocent women and children, and it's so much stuff going on where we're at and in our communities, and like people robbing each other, shooting each other over nonsense, and where we got people half a world away that don't even have basic human necessities like water and electricity, so it's a lot for us to ponder on and think about, man. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah. Now you got the new single with DJ Alamo, "Set Me Free." Just
yes
recently
sir.
premiered on BET Jams. You still get
Yes sir.
excited when you get these major platforms and these looks for
Most
songs going?
definitely. Most definitely, man. This was my dream. So to be currently living my dream is a blessing. I still get excited for major platforms. I still get nervous before performances. You
Yeah.
know, it's in me, man. It's in me.
And
Pause.
DJ Alamo said you guys have known each other for a long time. What made you and him start working together the way you
For
do, and
sure.
what made you decide you want to jump on this single with him that you're on?
Like I said, Alamo, he a young legend in his own right. He been doing this thing for a minute. He always got good energy. He's always trying to bring something to the table. He's always willing to work. Sometimes he go above and beyond for the artist. And that's the type of energy that you need around you, So anytime he called my phone, I'm there for him 100%.
No, definitely. And then we were talking about Gilly. I know when Cheese passed away, you were monumental in helping him with that. How did
hmm
that conversation get started? Like, where did you call him or he called you, or how did that feel? And what did it feel like to be able to give him that guidance? Unfortunately, you've been through it yourself, so God was able to use you as a vessel
Yeah,
for him. So how did that go?
it's amazing how things work. Because I was actually leaving an event downtown Philly, and I was about to get on the expressway to go home, but I'm like, I might as well ride through the city for a second instead of like taking the fast way home. I was like, I'm gonna ride through the city, and while I was riding down Broad Street, Wallow called me and was like, "Yo, Cheese is gone. Cheese passed away." I happened to be like 10 minutes from the hospital, so I pulled right up. Was there for my brother. Uh, it wasn't really no conversation. I just, went into action for my brother, man. I unfortunately I've been through it before and I had the experience. So it's my right as a brother, as a Muslim, and as a human being to be there for my brother. So I just try to be there for him the best that I can, and walk him through the process the best that I can, and share the knowledge that I had with him, and that's what I did.
Absolutely. Now, with you doing that, to be able to help him and help others. What is it like to be called upon, if it's spiritual or it's just a thought that comes to your mind to be able to go and assist someone like Gilly losing his child, and like you said, you lost two children yourself. So where do you find that strength to be able to be on the forefront to be able to help others in that way?
God, my relationship with God. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he lost six children. He lost six of his children. And in Islam, we believe that he's the best of mankind, and and his Sahabas and the people that came up with him is the best of mankind. And if he was able to go through it and come out on the other side and still inspire people and still do his job, then I had no choice but to be able to be strong and stand up and try my best to follow him. And I was reading stories about how he dealt with losing his children, and it really comforted me when I was in that situation. And to be able to have an example like that is a major plus for me. And I truly believe in Islam wholeheartedly, and I believe God's promise that he's not going to put nothing on us that we can't handle. And that's how I carry it. That's how I carry it. This the month that my kids died. And my daughter died on the 23rd, my son died on the 27th. So it's the month right now, and it ain't easy. Like it's definitely not easy, but first and foremost, I lean on my relationship with God, and I pray 5 times a day. When I get sad, I pray. And that's how I carry it.
Now you also have a new single with Jake Uno. Shout out to him. Stimulus Package, a longtime producer of yours, called "Rejoice." What made you
Mhm.
come up with this song, and how great does it feel to be rejoiceful in your music and give that positive message you're giving?
Shout out to Jake Uno. The Stimulus Package 2 is done, and it will be released fourth
Yes.
quarter of this year, and it's amazing. Rejoice, it didn't even make the project. This is just something that we threw out there to feed the streets.
Yeah.
But that song is just me being completely honest and just telling what I was feeling at the time and what I was going through. And a lot of people go through the things that I go through, so they relate to it, and it's heartfelt. And it's getting a good response.
Yeah, you're definitely one of the hardest working artists there is. I remember years ago you did the Freeway month of Freeway, and you dropped a song, all the
Yeah, Month of
time.
Madness. Yeah.
Do you ever get the credit you think for starting that trend? A lot of artists did it, but from my recollection, I remember you were one of the first ones. Do people give you credit for doing that?
Sometimes a little bit, a little bit, but it is what it is. Like those who know, and
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah. And right now you're back touring with Beanie Siegel. Fans of Rockefeller State Property were so excited to see you and Beans back together. Any thoughts on a Rock
Mhm.
Boys 2 or another
Yeah, we
collaborative
just did
project
it. We
between the two
just
of you?
we just was in Raleigh this week, and me, Beans, and Bleak, we had a performance together. And we've been doing a bunch of stuff together, man. This year is the 20-year anniversary of my first album, Philadelphia Freeway. It came out February 25th. In February 25th this year, we had a sold out concert. Shout out Dope Shows. We had a
Yes.
sold out concert with Dope Shows. And it's the first time in God knows how long me and my brother State Property performed together. And we also performed together at the Roost Picnics this year too. So, you know, um, I be chopping it up with Dame. I still got a relationship with Jay. Who knows, man? I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Ain't
Yes.
nobody die, wasn't no bloodshed. So, God willing, it could happen, man. I'm pushing for it.
Yes, yes, cause we love reunions, we love comeback stories, and we
Yeah,
definitely would love to see that. You have been in the industry for over 2 decades, and I know
yeah.
you were saying earlier that you are living your dream. How do you stay consistent and humble while living your dream?
Just that a lot of things about me goes back to my religion, goes back to Islam, man. What goes up
Mhm.
must come down. You gotta treat people how you want to be treated. I remember the first time I had a chance to go to Saudi Arabia and I visit Mecca. I performed Umrah, and it
Mm,
was like kings praying next to bums, and
yeah.
it was like very humbling for me. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that makes people better than other people is, their faith in their relationship with God. Money, cars, jewelry, all this stuff none of that stuff. If you're a better rapper, none of that stuff makes you better than the next person. The only thing that makes a human being better than another human being is their relationship with God and their faith. So I look at it like that, man. I treat people how I want to be treated. I'm approachable. I keep it 100, and that's the way I carry it. And alhamdulillah, I've been able to allow me to sustain for 20 plus years in this industry.
Absolutely. Now, I was checking out your YouTube. I know you did a couple of episodes of What We Do. Have you thought about doing any kind of reality show or anything to highlight things that you're doing behind the scenes?
We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm dropping a documentary next year that's directed by Benny Boom about, the kidney health and the things that have been going on with me in that area. We've been shooting that since like 2017, and it's going to be very informative. And I feel like the people are going to love it. So I got that going on. I've been, thinking about maybe doing some podcast type stuff, maybe here and there, but it's not nothing that I'm locked in or ready to commit to. I still feel like I got a lot to say with the music. I've been doing a lot of like different little lectures and speaking engagements. So I'm just staying patient and seeing where, life takes me.
Yeah. Now, shout out to you always work with DJs. You always show love to people. Shout out my family, Mr. Peter Parker. You're on the Sheesh record with him.
Yeah,
Another dope
yeah.
song.
Shout out
I
Peter
think he
Parker.
said,
That joint crazy. He sent that joint to me. The beat was fire. I sent that joint right back. Like, let's get it.
yeah, they were saying it's your best free verse ever. What you agree or?
Everybody say that when I give them a verse.
That's a marketing ploy.
Everybody be like, man, I brought that out of you. This that free. I brought it out of you. Pause. It's definitely a hot verse, but I don't know about my best verse. I think some of my best verses is on this stem pack too. So get ready for it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Now, also, you mentioned the 20-year anniversary of Philadelphia Freeway celebrating. I know Bink was out there and a lot of legends. I had a chance to talk to Bink. He told me the story about 1-900 Hustler. So when you were picked to do that verse, did you already have the verse ready to go and you knew you were going to be on that song, or were you just ready to go when it was time?
Once they told me, I cooked the verse up.
Yeah.
Once they told me I was able to get on, I cooked the verse up. Shout out to Bink, man. He's an incredible producer, man. Like, when I was working on my second album, he did a couple records on that joint. He did that When They Remember.
Yeah.
Man, Bink was in that joint with a tank top on, playing the drums, sweating bullets. Like, man, it was a hell of an experience to see him in his element and the way he cooks up, man. And shout out to him.
Now, you had one of the biggest introduction songs ever for an artist, I think, is Rolling Down the Freeway on the State Property song. Like, did you know that was going to be your whole song when they gave you that beat? And, how did it feel to get the response you got from everybody in the industry saying it's one of the best songs ever made and, they loved it?
This is the first time I heard that. They said that.
Okay.
That's what's up. Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody tell me that before. But that's, yeah, like, when we did the State Property albums, sometimes we worked together, sometimes we just cooked up on our own, and that was just one of the records that I cooked up on my own. So I knew that it was a whole Freeway record because it was rolling down the freeway.
Yeah, fire.
I must ask, what is the current Philadelphia anthem right now?
The current Philadelphia anthem, I would say it's between Dreams and Nightmares and Uzi John. Of course, What We Do always going to be up there. It's a classic. That John hold his own weight for years. But Uzi had him this year with the I Just Want to Rock. And Dreams and Nightmares still standing strong up there. So it's between them two right now.
Absolutely. And how about those Phillies?
Oh man, you see what's going on with those Phillies. You see what's going on, man. Philadelphia, period. I feel like it's going to be a great year for Philadelphia sports, man.
Yeah, I'm a Braves fan, so
You're a Braves fan. You a brave man.
Shout out to Bryce Harper, man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but man, I'm just grinding, man, and just trying my best to do my best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mind Matt, you have anything?
No, I just want to thank you, Freeway. My first interview I ever did was you 10 years ago for Stimulus Package. So I'm excited to see Stimulus Package 2 is coming.
Okay,
Any
yeah,
songs
bro,
you
it's
working on,
amazing.
fam? We got you. DigiWax, Stop Beefing Radio, Hype Magazine. Like, we got a lot of outlets for you. So anything we can do to help you. And DJ Alamo, thanks for the opportunity, fam.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
indeed.
We appreciate y'all. Definitely got to double back when we get ready to drop the Stim Pack 2. I'll reach out to Alamo, make sure he connect us so I could give you an interview.
Okay.
For the project drop.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Freeway. Thank you so much, DJ Alamo. Thank you all.
Love, man.
Salute. Y'all have a great night.
Make sure y'all run them numbers up on that Freeway Alamo record, man. That joint, Alamo, we at Cheney tomorrow. We probably got to perform that joint tomorrow.
Okay. I was just about to say that Cheney University tomorrow. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
That's what's up. Thank you all so much, and God bless to you all.
Yep. God bless. Salute.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
All right.
Thank you.
Later.